morning. How are you today?
I'm good.
Are you going to bring the birds to the table? Or
Yes. Wait, to get caught. Come on, there we go. Let go. Oh my gosh, they're heavy. Do you want me to help the bird?
Whichever you feel more comfortable doing.
Sure, I can help him. Come here, baby. Come here. Are you a veterinarian?
Me? No.
I was blessed with 2 veterinarians when they tested my birds 2 years ago. Boy, baby. They're not handled very much.
Yeah, a lot of birds are like that. Let's see. There we go. Button.
What do you want? Can you just take them and put them back in the pen? Yeah. Did you get everybody's IDs? Well, I don't know who you are, but I believe one of you is Angie and one of you is Yesenia. Okay. He told me you guys were coming.
Yeah, my name's Juan.
Hi, Juan. Here, I'll do her now because she's poor thing. I can tell she's heated up. Okay. I'm trying to tuck her wings. Oh, she was good for you.
Thank you.
Juan, are you putting 5 swabs into that sample?
Yeah, it's
5 of them?
purpose. Yeah.
Will the owner get a piece of paperwork with like the barcode and what test number and kit you're using?
Oh, I'm not sure about that. I just
Submit the barcode. Okay, because I guess I see a barcode on the tube. Maybe she can just take a picture of that so she has it, I guess. In the past, they haven't had the barcodes on the tube, so.
they should always have the barcode on the tubes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, in the past, they haven't always done that. They haven't had always the barcodes. They do say that they put 5 swabs into one container.
Yeah,
or one
it's 5
wow.
per tube, so they know what's
Come here,
and they should always be numbered.
Oh,
That way
okay.
they know which
Yeah, I
is
see yours is numbered, so that's a good thing. In the past, they haven't always numbered them.
You're supposed to put the barcode on her paperwork too, right? So
Yeah.
they can. Yeah.
That's where they can match which goes to which.
To know whose birds are whose, right?
Yeah, and plus which bird they tested.
Okay. But do you like write down or something so you know which 5 you're doing?
What do you mean, like which?
Yeah,
5
like how
birds,
do you
or-
know which 5 are going to be in that tube?
Oh, it's not which 5. It's mostly for which species.
Oh, okay.
Because there's no way we
okay.
would tell like which bird individually.
Yeah. I wondered why they didn't do individual vowels for each bird. You know,
Yeah.
obviously if these birds don't look sick to me, and if they were sick, they would all be dropping dead and green poop and runny nose and all that sort of thing. And
I think that's when we'll mainly do one valve for the bird.
yeah, I mean, if you would see that, I'm safe to say that the birds are sick. This is my bitchy hen.
You okay? Not too bad, huh?
Oh, did she
You
not?
survived. She's like, oh, okay.
No, so far nobody has gotten their test results. By chance, is there any chance she'll be able to get hers?
To be honest, I'm not too sure.
I did last time, but that was 2 years ago, before all the crap started.
Yeah, because the birds have already been tested, what, 2 years ago, and they were all healthy, and you got a receipt or got a result.
They called me. Yeah. She Oh,
got
this
it?
is heavy.
City,
Can you help me carry
Lake Elsinore.
these? There's 6
I'm
or 7
ran.
I'm not either.
This was an appointment test. Okay, and they're at the test line. This resident has a full gate here that seals everything off. This gentleman is blonde.
Did I get word? Am I blonde? Oh my gosh. Hello, I need to be blonde.
Oh wait, what?
Sorry. Oh, you come here, don't you? Oh, I know. The girls are easier in the elite bird. Come here, baby girl. You're so tiny.
Are you a vet tech? Or a veterinarian?
I'm ag tech.
You're a what?
Ag tech?
An ag tech? Oh, what is that? Is that
Agriculture.
So you just registered vet techs. They have, I think animal health technicians, and then you have vets. So one, there is a lab tech, which I've never heard of that. Maybe somebody that works in a laboratory could explain that further. Do you have training in poultry? You do? Is it a certification like if you go to college for it, or is it a trade class?
It's just, I just train for it.
You just go to training classes?
Come here.
How many hours of training or days of training do you get?
It varies. It'll just be from day to day. It'll just like, oh, today we're gonna have a class, today we're gonna have a class.
So do you just get day-to-day training as it comes up, I guess?
Yeah, as it goes along.
Yeah, because the one gentleman had said that they got 2 days of training. This is BJ. So it was like, I guess, a 48-hour class of training.
That was probably just at a day. He probably had more after that. I mean,
Yeah, well, that was it. Well, that was it when they were out and they were killing, and that's what he mentioned is that he had received 2 days of training. He was not a vet tech or veterinarian. Because I was under the impression that this had to be done by like a licensed veterinarian or registered vet tech.
yeah, well, I mean, we worked a lot of vets in them. They train us, but for license-wise, I'm not really too sure.
How long have you been on with the department?
Since January.
Oh, January?
Yeah.
Okay, so are you Cdfa or USDA?
I'm Cdfa.
You're Cdfa, okay. Do you have more tests you got to be doing today?
Today, there will be maybe one more, I believe. Not too sure, though.
Well, on the CDFA video, they mentioned needing something like 150 tests to release the quarantine.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if we're...
That's why he wasn't happy with only 10 of my birds.
No, I know why.
We need more tests.
No, well, I think it was 100. The way I'm understanding it, it's not 150 birds; it's 150 premises. So so one guy could have 40 birds, and then the next guy could have 2 or 3. Do you know how close they are to reaching that 150 tests?
Honestly, I
Don't know.
He's like, let me out of here. keeping track?
Yeah. Number 11. Whenever you're ready.
Oh, she just came out. I wish they all did this.
Does your training come from Cdfa, or do they send you like to a veterinary, like UC Davis veterinary school?
It comes from them.
From them?
Yeah, well, they're always vets there. People always there. Like,
You guys do the training on Mulberry? Is that where most of the training is done?
now that's where we're at. Yeah, before it was over there in Ontario.
Yeah, the Ontario office was a bit smaller, and then they leased out the 2350 Mulberry, which is quite, you know, a pretty big outfit over there. Yeah, because is that building supposed to be? Because the contract on it's up till December of this year. Are you guys anticipating staying back that long?
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. That'd be it. Thank you.
Do I get a copy, a piece of paper, or anything?
Oh, this one. All right.
Yeah. They'd have to get something for you.
You already have that information. We do the epi questionnaire, and we ask you like how many birds you have, how many like hens, roosters, and then just like the epi questionnaire and then the quarantine that we issue you, which is the regional quarantine. But we can also give you a copy of the regional quarantine if you still like.
Oh no, I don't need
Yeah,
it.
okay.
Thank
Do,
you.
do you have something like an evidence? You're Natalie, right? Or
No, Angie and
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You look like her.
Yesenia.
Yeah,
You- Oh, okay. You don't have it like a form, like a formal form that you fill out with her name and address to show that she did comply and she tested.
Yeah, we can actually do that, which is the epi questionnaire.
Okay.
I can actually issue that.
Remember, Carrie, when they wrote,
Yeah, something for her for documentation because the reason we're here for her is I don't know how much she explained to you, but she's got her husband is in very, very poor shape, and this has really stressed her out. That
I understand.
her birds were being tested. You guys have not you folks, just, you guys, but you folks have shown up at people's homes and told them testing, and they turned around and killed them. So I mean, literally, like her heart rate was way high to where she wasn't sure if she could even be out here to do this. So we came and said, yeah, for support, because you guys, Cdfa hasn't offered any support, like mental health care to people. And this is very stressful to some people, and now
If
that
you guys
we're all
want to
in this
put it in here,
lockdown.
because they're coming to get it still.
Okay, so we're just gonna spray it and then we'll double bag it and then we'll put it there.
Okay.
That's okay. Thank you, I appreciate it.
Since it's trash day.
Yeah, but I'll go ahead and give you a copy of your name and then it's the address and the date and the time. Is that okay?
That'll be
Yeah,
perfect.
and you could just sign your name or ID or something, right? Okay.
I'll put my name on it and then I'll sign it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you,
I'll do
Yesenia.
that,
Okay, I am exiting the property. I can't breathe because I've been doing anything on 2 days, so practicing safe social distancing and 12 feet away. The two testers were here. The gentleman it was a little hard to see their faces. What I will say today is
remember on the paperwork last time when they wrote sick birds and there
Okay,
wasn't
it's on
sick
here,
birds?
courteous
you.
to the owner, and little history on the owner. About 2 months ago, her spouse and cancer survivor fell and sustained a little injury in the hospital, and they said for her it was he's not coherent, so she is a person that is really having a lot of anxiety right now and stress. So she reached out wanting support. Cdfa, the one thing they've never done for anybody is offer people any kind of mental health care from a kill or a test. And both can be equally stressful because in the past, some folks were told they were only going to test and then they just switched it to a kill right on the spot. And it's very misleading and it's very traumatic on a bird owner. And unless you've been through it, it's very, very hard to describe. There are no police here with us. Again, nobody is and no desire to be like that. Here is the place I'm going to speak for. Right here. Ma'am, just to be clear on this, I want to say you guys have been very nice, and I really appreciate that. She needed it. And I want to also, thank you for that cooperation. And also, I mean, are you guys, because people have said that we're violent or whatever, do you guys feel that you're in any danger or that we're threatening in any way to any of you?
You guys are really nice, and thank you for letting us test. We appreciate
Okay,
it.
yeah, cool.
Makes
I
our
mean,
jobs
and this
easier.
is the way, like I said, if they would have done this from the get-go and treated people correctly and nicely, I don't think we would have had all these problems. And I'm sure you can understand. We love our pets. We really do.
We understand it gets frustrating at some times that we have to keep testing over and over.
Yeah,
again.
and that's where, right now, it's like we're being told we're locked in our houses, and they still want to do this. And I mean, it's like a million degrees out there. We're not going to live in this. It's just too hot. So I appreciate though your kindness and being respectful. And when you go back, if you want to tell Lyme Jones to please start training her people to be more like you folks. Dr. Bob Lemoyne was also a very nice guy. His assistant Andrew, the younger gentleman, was a nice guy. Christy, she was another nice lady. Everybody else has been a nightmare, to say the least. They're handing her the paperwork.
So here's the epi. I'm going to give you the information. It talks about more of what's going on. You probably have had this before. And then here I'm going to give the information, how many chickens we tested, the time and the date, and then our name here, okay? And then this is the information, your information.
Oh, thank you.
Is that perfect? Do you need anything, any other questions?
No, this is really easy
that fine?
to read. Because last time it was a 4-part thing.
Oh, right,
And
yeah.
they filled it out, and I think I got the 3rd or the 4th copy. You can barely see what was written.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that's just more information. Again, if you guys have any other questions, we're more than happy to answer. And I just gave her all the information, my name, her name, and then the date, the time, and how many chickens we tested.
Okay.
Okay? Well, thank you guys so much. We do appreciate everything.
No, and I appreciate you guys being courteous. And please try to, if you're going to do more people, please try to treat them, courteously. Let them do the testing at the gate because people are really freaked out right
that's
now.
what we do give them an option for them to bring it to the gate. We just have to be aware of making sure our biosecurity.
Yeah.
We make sure we do that just how we do the clean and dirty line, where we kind of have steps away just to make sure they have time to take off their Tyvek, throw it away, and then we spray it down before we get in the vehicle.
See, the unfortunate part was I know you guys have probably watched some of my training videos because I know they're using my videos for training. And, I had offered the same thing to bring birds to the fence line or relinquish a few to you folks to prove mine were healthy.
Right.
And I had them tested at the state lab, and, well, we know where that went for raids later and tickets and warrants and all this craziness. And it was unnecessary. And, it really did traumatize me and my family a lot. And I don't want, that's not fair to do to people. It's just not nice. So that's where we're coming from, and that's why we're here. She was in no way trying to cause any problems for you folks, but she was unsure that she would even be able to walk to the gate because she was literally shaking with a high pulse rate.
Right.
And not just because of this, I mean the other circumstances. And, we need to be more sensitive to people. We're all humans, so.
I guess because there's always
There's always. I appreciate that. We do appreciate that.
You never know.
Public records. I did get videos where they listed my name in the video and they did training and issued discipline to people. And I'm like, wow. But you didn't ask me for permission. That's kind of a copyright situation. But
Also, people feel threatened when you have 7 CHP come up to your house.
That's one of the things.
They're getting paid, over double time, and people already feel uncomfortable with the government coming to their house, and then they have all these cops here. So.
Yeah. No, but thank you guys for the, for everything. We appreciate it. And I just hope you guys have a great day and stay safe with all this other.
Yeah, thank you.
Well,
There's chickens all over this valley, but I can't tell you where any of them are. I have no idea.
We have different teams coming out here in the area working. So, usually we get one street, the other team gets the others. It just all depends too of where they'll send us.
I have a question. Are you guys, once you do a certain amount of testing in one area, are you going to stop testing in that area and focus on...
Well,
or how is that going to work?
So the team is all separated right now. They're all in different cities. So we just don't have let's just say like 10 teams in one city. We just have like 2 teams in each city, or it all just depends too. So like if we're here in Elsinore, we're working in Paris, Novo area, like closer areas and things like that. So it just depends. We have, you know, a few teams just going on in the area. So it just depends on how many negative results we get, and hopefully we can just lift that quarantine.
Well, you haven't had anything positive since the end of February, correct?
February,
okay,
yes,
so we're good. And I haven't seen the helicopters hovering, so have they stopped that surveillance for now, I hope?
That has nothing to do.
We've never done that.
Oh, yeah, we're not you guys, but they've hovered our homes very, very low in circle and.
Yeah, that I don't know what's going on with that. We have nothing to do with all those. I don't know like what to say.
So you guys were sent here because of my test 2 years ago. I know your guy on the phone, Philip Johnson.
Yeah,
he was very kind. He said that I had my birds tested in July, and it was actually the end of April, beginning of May when the Newcastle thing first started.
In 2018?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's been 2 years ago.
Yeah, already 2 years.
And there's been no infection over in this area. Will you test any others in this immediate area, or?
Yeah. So that's what I was like telling you guys. Like, how about like we have different teams. So like if we get, you know, this street, there's another team on the other side. Whoever's close by the house chickens, we're revisiting them, just so we can confirm and let them know like there's no negative. Like once we get the results back, we can lift that quarantine.
Once you've tested somebody like her 2 years ago, we all go in the computer, probably myself also, because at some point we had birds, so we are all in your system, I guess, and they're just going back now, because I'm thinking 2 years is a long time for her. These birds would have been dead if they were sick. I mean, that's so long.
And then that's one of the things is that we usually just do like we'll recheck. You know, some people just like, oh, we don't have the birds anymore. We either just like harvest them, or they just been dead because of coyote, just depending where they live.
Yeah.
So what we do is just make an appointment to see if we can do a walkthrough, confirm, and then we'll get it out of the way.
But if now people don't want you to come onto the property, are they still going to go back and get the warrants going again with CHP and all that?
What we like to do is give them options. You
Yeah.
know, just like how you were saying, bring them to the gate.
Yeah.
And they usually they'll be more comfortable with that. They're like, okay, can we bring them to the gate? You guys can test them, and then they'll have just one person go inside the backyard and do a walkthrough to count how many birds. So we just give them options rather than telling them.
Demanding and sending police out with their warrant. Because
right.
I mean, when you push anybody into a corner, they're going to come out swinging.
And that's one of the things, like, once they say no, it's just like, no, and we're just like, okay, you know, we have other options. Can we do this? And they're like, okay, they feel more comfortable.
Well, I'm glad to hear you guys are now working with people and allowing them that. They didn't afford me that luxury.
Right.
I tried everything I could and paid and tested at your lab, and the end result was a tragedy that has like screwed my family up a lot.
Yeah.
And it doesn't need to go down in that type of manner at all.
I understand.
So
I
just do your best, I guess,
And
if
then-
you could,
yeah.
to be courteous to people and
No,
try to understand that they're already stressed and
I get
you know,
it,
like
yeah.
Ronald Reagan said back in the 80s, the 9 most terrifying words: we're here from the government, we're here to help. Yeah, okay. Sure.
So are you guys still doing surveillance, or just going off of the people that you already have in your database? Are you guys
we are
still?
doing targeted surveillance. So that's just one of the things is that we do the surveillance. We just go back to, you know, some of them have been tested in the early January, but since now we're in the stage of freedom testing, then we're letting them know we're in the last few stages. We want to just make sure, confirm, and that's one of the things is I know how frustrating it is. We just tested in 2 months, and they would have just been sick by now if they did have the virus. But we just let them know. Things like that.
Is
So
there
you're just going back to all the people that have previously tested, they're already in the system, they've already had you've already had contact with them, so you're going back to those folks. Because I mean, some folks, I don't even know around here, like, you could easily have a chicken and nobody would know because your lot is so big in the trees.
Yeah.
So,
We haven't seen surveillance teams out much like there was. That's why I was thinking maybe you guys are just going back and test whoever's
we
in
are
the data.
surveillance, just making sure that we have this all under control. Hopefully, it's just the freedom testing where you know how it is. If we find a positive, it just restarts the time. So, we are surveillance here in the area.
Have they talked to you about, like, as far as, because Riverside County hasn't had a positive since when?
January something. The February ones were in San Bernardino County.
Yes.
Riverside County hasn't had anything. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're close to the 120 days.
Wasn't the one in San Bernardino at a feed store anyway?
Yeah.
No, there was homes up there, but the weird part was, I mean, have you guys seen any birds, literally, like all flocks that are all dead?
We have, yes.
You have, okay, because I've never...
Yeah, that's one of the things that we have, and then a lot of It's just, you know, with the owners when they're like, oh yeah, like we haven't tested, we never went into the property, and they're like, oh, they call it in. Usually we do get the people that call it in, and they just want to confirm, like, is it the Newcastle or is it any? It's just the heat. It's just like different types of. So we just go to test specifically for Newcastle. You know, if they're sick, we can't say exactly like, oh, it's for this because we're working for the Newcastle. So yeah, it's just one of the things that we have seen some of them that, you know, with like diarrhea, with like,
Did you guys actually, have you guys actually seen the written test results? Because the clinical signs and symptoms of Newcastle closely resemble other kidney diseases.
Yeah.
So, I mean, until you actually have an necropsy done and you have a physical report in your hand where you can read to see what it actually says cause of death or what the illness was, have you guys ever seen one? The actual lab report? Because what I find strange is they won't give anybody their test. Whether you're positive or negative, they won't give up the written test. I have my written test because I paid my vet and I paid UC Davis to run it. So I have a written copy of my results, but to this day, nobody has seen a copy. So if you do see a sick bird or a flock did get sick, the question would be sick with what? And nobody yet to this day has seen that. I mean, have they showed you guys? Like, have you ever seen a UC Davis lab report that's like, you know, X chicken, the name or whatever, positive with the printout, because they would have like the different numbers and all that stuff that would confirm what it is. They won't give it up to anybody.
I got a courtesy call the first time around, but there weren't.
Yeah, but
they weren't.
They're right now. What they tell people is if you don't hear anything, that's a good news. If you call, that's the bad news. But yet, where is a physical hard copy of something tangible? We can look at it and say, okay, it is this, and an actual licensed veterinarian has signed it off. I don't know if you ladies are vets, or you guys are vet techs, or and that's about my pay grade too. I'm not a vet either, but you know, somebody that has it.
Yeah, I understand though. With, you know, something like that, then they should have it. But for us, it's just the way we just go in.
Kind of get the same thing we do, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you guys answering questions.
No, we appreciate your guys' time and letting us test the birds. And you know, like I said, we always try to find options to work with the owner. We don't want to, you know, that's one of the things we don't want to bring that warrant and say, oh, you know, we're gonna bring it because that's just. I don't think that's right. You know?
Well, I'm gonna confidently.
You guys have done it. I mean, because like there has been people that have asked. You know, and they've made an agreement with you folks to bring them to the gates, and then the people show up, and the cops are there, and everybody just walks on in. The police don't do anybody.
And that's one of the things is
they just roam around. It's like what?
And then when we make contact with owners, they just tell us, you know, bring a warrant, and I'm like, well, there's options. We can do this. I'm like, no, just bring a warrant. So honestly, it's just.
Well, I mean, and legally though, it is their private property, so they don't have to give consent if they don't want.
Yeah.
I would prefer you guys work with the person, and if that means bringing them to the fence, or like I had offered to relinquish a few birds to you, meaning nobody comes to my property, I'll just give you a few, no indemnity, and you know, so be it. Phone's shutting off. It's so hot. All right.
Well, thank you guys.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
Like I said, if you need any more information, we can't give you that, but we just give you our information and then the name and then the date, the time.
Okay.
Well, I appreciate
Thank
your
you.
time. Thank you.
Thank you.
My phone went too hot. And just blew
Bye,
up.
everybody. We made it.
Go get a picture of the other license plate. Or did you guys get one?
Yeah, I got it.
That one isn't that car there too? That Oregon plate?
Oh, let me see.
Oh, maybe. Is that them? The Oregon plate?
Oh no, I don't think so.
Is that plate? Is that car
No,
with
they're
you guys?
they're all right there. 3 of them. They're all in the car.